was cold enough to make solid snow where the big planets began to form. And we think that we were able to make ice snowflakes, and that these were able to stick together to form the cores of the giant planets. We think that's why the big planets might have grown so big. Because there was so much ice and gas, their cores grew to be about 10 times the size of Earth. A lot of gravity came from these big cores. They had so much pull that they sucked in all the gas around them and made thick, soupy atmospheres that went down tens of thousands of miles. The more gravity they made, the bigger they got. More and more dust and debris kept getting pulled towards the planets, and this is what made up their moons. Each of Jupiter and Saturn has more than 60 moons. The gas planets have something else that makes them unique: rings. Saturn is different from the other planets because it has these beautiful rings. It turns out that Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have rings, but they are very weak and hard to find. But they are there. There are rings around all 4 of the gas giants, but Saturn's are the most obvious. From far away, Saturn's rings look like a single flat disk, but in reality, they are made up of thousands of small rings that are only a few miles wide each. When the Cassini probe flew by, it found that billions of pieces of ice and space debris were moving around inside the rings at up to 50,000 miles per hour. These pieces of ice and rock hit each other all the time. Some of them turn into small moons. Some of them fall apart. But they never grow bigger because Saturn's huge gravity pulls them apart. Scientists are just now starting to figure out how the rings came to be. The idea is that a comet hit a moon and knocked it out of its orbit, bringing it closer to the planet. Saturn's gravity tore it to pieces. All of that stuff got stuck in rings that went around the planet. But the real mysteries of the gas giants are deep inside them, tens of thousands of miles below the clouds. Here is where things really get going. It's a place so extreme that it goes against the natural laws. Most of the new planets we find orbiting faraway stars are huge gas planets. They are so big that Jupiter seems small next to them. But nobody knows what happens inside gas giant planets, whether they are in our solar system or far away. We know that Jupiter's thick atmosphere goes down 40,000 miles, and we can see bands of gas moving at high speeds that make violent storms on its surface.